victory there in Tampa. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Looking deep. Pulls it in. And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. He lets one fly deep. And is picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Powers through. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
A pickup of 8 brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the fourth quarter. The score: Minnesota 14, Washington State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Handoff from the gun. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Running to the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And his offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They didn't handle the rigors of a Big Ten schedule very well a season ago, and hoping that they've learned some lessons they can use this year.
I think the coaching staff also thinks, Reese, that they're a more mature team. They have better leadership in the locker room. And, David, they're hoping that that's going to show up week in, week out in what's going to be a brutal Big Ten schedule.
Brutal. And, listen, you're hoping also they got something in their neck, right? Like, you're hoping they want some payback, right? Because that should have left a really bad taste in your mouth a year ago, and you should be ready to get that out, and you should be ready to extract some revenge. So let's see if this team comes out with a chip on their shoulder.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man on the right. Still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The back goes in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Minnesota! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true.
Off he goes. Just trucks through it. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
To the air on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got a lot of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This guy just gives it. He's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Quarterback will keep it. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20s. Quick release by the QB. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. It's complete to the right. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Keeps it and got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Washington State, 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. The give to the tailback. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Handoff from the shotgun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock, it's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's a timeout called. This offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Quarterback adapting. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wazzu. Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On second down, he's looking downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. Nothing but green ahead. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. He wants to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him. But great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Golden Gophers are flying down the field. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
There ain't nothing better than getting a sack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting to the quarterback. Yes, tackles are nice, but I want sacks. I want that QB on the ground.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. Third down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up fourth.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
From the gun, the ground game. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Washington State going quickly. Now on the option. Smashes through. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Fourth down coming up.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Washington State.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And the Cougars get it past the sticks.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They say, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Washington State has it all working right now. At the 45, on his way. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first inside the 37.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Going up top on first down. Right down the middle. He makes a catch. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires on the move. Touchdown, Cougars. And with that, they move out front here on the 4th.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Washington State, 28. Minnesota, 21.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Looking to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the offense. Quickly to the tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move him back. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And tackled there by the defense.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Got some room in into the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 11 over Boston College. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They want to run it left here. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver shows motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Outside the pocket, let's go. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 33. Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for it all. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington State. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Setting up for the PAT, and when he gets this late, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll try it again. He breaks a tackle. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Slings it downfield. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight, hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking to throw for it. They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Fast motion from the offense. Gotta have it here on fourth down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. And he steps out of bounds after getting the pick, and this one is in the books. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses, and man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.